This PC game review, I'm going to review just one game really, just because this is the only new game that I've bought since my previous review. Battlefield 2142. Basically, a better, bigger game than Battlefield 2. Battlefield 2142 is probably, in my opinion, one of the best first-person shooter games out there. And that's really hard to say. You know, since it's a new game, it's cliche to kind of say that type of thing, like, oh, well, this game just came out, it's the best game ever, you know, good graphics, just because technology is just growing. But I mean, games come out all the time, RTSs, FPSs, you know, just different games come out right off the shelves, and they're not that great. You know what I'm saying? Like Act of War, stuff like that. But I do firmly believe that 2142 is probably top 3 best FPS games ever. I know in my previous review I kind of downed Battlefield 2 just because of the 647 shots it took to weaken somebody and or kill them. They really made an improvement on this game where honestly it only takes a few, sometimes one shot for a headshot. And I think that's really cool, depending if they have heavy body armor on, if not, stuff like that. Depends on how many shots one can take. But, and I'm really starting to understand the game better now that I played it. I kind of gave this one a chance. Got it for Christmas, and first it didn't work. If you're having a problem with your Battlefield 2142 on Windows XP not working, try turning off Voice over IP. It's called VoIP in your multiplayer options. I had it on every time I would play for a little while. It would shut down right after the game started, maybe a little bit into a game until someone went to use voice over IP. Check that off and you're set to go. Anyway, back to the game. Basically, up to 64 players on the internet, just like Battlefield 2. You can get into tanks, you can get into battle walkers, you can play 2 different types of modes, Conquest or Titan. Conquest is kind of like capture the points, 5 points on a map, maybe even more depending on the size of the map. My favorite map is Camp Gibraltar and or Sabri. Those 2 are just like little short city maps, and I like the shorter maps. That way you don't have to go too far to find the enemy, and if there's 64 people total in the server, it's not hard to find anybody at all. And I'm going to show you a little bit of me playing, so if you haven't got this game yet, you can kind of see in-game footage and some of the options, the rankings that you can achieve in the game. You can customize your character up to 1,000 plus bonuses. There's also 40 ranks, and from recruit all the way up to supreme commander. I'm not too sure what my rank is right now. We can check when we get in there. But you can play as different types of people. I always tend to choose the assault team just because I actually pre-ordered this game from Best Buy, and because I pre-ordered the game, not only did I get a USB thing, I also got a special gun in the game. It's you'll see it in there, so I'll just let that be a surprise. But you can unlock 40 new weapons, and it's just a really good game. Like I said, it's an FPS. It's kind of the futuristic FPSs. I really don't tend to like futuristic games just because we really don't live in the future. So, this could be all really not what it's going to be like, but it could be what it's like. So, at times I do tend to like that. So I'll just show you it for a second and just see what you think. And if you have any questions, you can always X-Fire me at BL5H0P and or email me at BL5H0P@hotmail.com. If you want to email me about any of the other reviews I've done or future reviews I will do on Command & Conquer 3, Tiberium Wars, and or any other games, I know sometimes in these reviews I only give about a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes on a game, but I can also extend that review later in text format on email or on the internet. I just, with time and camcording and tape, I just wanted to hit the main points about each game. That way I can persuade you one way or the other.